There's something a little bit devious going on. And it would be less devious if they would just say what is in it, right? That's the thing that everyone comes down to, is labeling your food and being willing to label your food.
I would start with a labeling, requirement. That would be the first thing that I would think would be a fair and honest resolution to the citizens of the United States of America. That we have the right to know what we're eating.
I agree, 100%. My question is, once you put one mutation in, I have read that those mutations start to mutate upon themselves. So you have a never-ending mutating organism, and you have no idea where this is going. You may not be able to extract yourself from this problem once it starts going, and it's already begun. Who knows what the long-term effects on human beings will be? And that's a pretty significant question.
Well, first off, we need to really put pressure on our legislature to get a labeling bill passed. So once people know what they're buying, there is a better opportunity for the public to start reorienting the funding that would normally go to GMO farms towards organic farms. Because I think if people know what they're buying, they will definitely choose organic over the sort of question mark GMO product.
Well, I think that a lot of people need to be more active in growing their own food, and they can, there's land shares where you can grow your own crops, and the more people that fight against a big conglomerate like Monsanto, where the demand is less popular, then there's no need for such a supply. I mean, but to take away seeds from farmers so that they can't continue to replenish their crop, so that you have to buy Monsanto seeds and they're only good for 1 year, is pretty much like end time stuff. I mean, that's just awful, and it totally takes the choice of the people away from themselves and forces them into this one-way path how to grow food, and I just completely disagree with it.
First step, quit buying it,
I think educating people is very essential. I think the more people are educated about certain things they consume, the better they can make, I think, educated choices. So I think that's the answer to that concept.
Well, you have to galvanize people, especially in low-income neighborhoods. You have a lot of people who just don't know, and they struggle. They eat a lot of fast food, a lot of highly processed stuff, and it's not healthy. They're going to deal with lots of healthcare issues later on, and these are the people that we need to kind of bring over to our side of the fence. It's a huge community, and once you get everyone aware, that's when, I don't want to say rioting, but that's when you'll have people really up in arms about the whole Monsanto debacle.
Obviously, if you're aware of that, so a lot of people just have no knowledge about it, and therefore it means nothing to them. So I think if you really believe something could be helpful to a friend or a relative and keep them healthier, then why wouldn't you share it?
It's important to share your views about how you feel about this, because Monsanto definitely has a big enough voice, and if you don't rise up as a people and create a big enough stir to oppose it, well, then there's nothing that's going to keep them from doing it. There's nothing stopping them.
Most people now have got their ears perked up, like my parents are like, Monsanto, it's terrible. It's like, it's actually already out there, and change is something that in a human lifetime, it never seems to, you never get that hold on the progress that you want. But it is happening. It's already happening. People are angry. People are curious. And discussions. Talk about it with your friends when you're doing nothing else. Just mention it. Raise awareness. Hand out your pamphlet. If 8 people throw it on the ground and 2 people keep it and investigate further, that's interconnection on a positive, progressive level. It's going to continue. So little things.
It's important to share to the community these resources, because it would help the community to understand about the importance of knowing your products and making them a better consumer.
And GMO is a genetically modified organism. It's created by a lab. It's not what Mother Nature intended it to be. It's not from Mother Earth. So you have an experiment, of splicing genes and creating these frankenfoods that should not even be in our food system. Folks, I think it's very important to continue pressing these guys and eating well, eat organic, eat living foods, and because as Hippocrates said, let thy food be thy medicine and thy medicine be thy food. Food is medicine, and we got to remember that food is medicine, not chemicals. Mother Nature didn't create the pharmaceutical industry. Why would they want to cure all these diseases when it affects their bottom line? So, become aware, become conscious, and stand up for your food freedom.
And as far as the health concerns, we weren't supposed to eat from seeds that were genetically modified for growth and profit of one year's crops. That I don't know necessarily the exact effects, and I don't think we will know until it's too late, frankly. But I do know that that's not how we were supposed to eat food.
From what I've done in my research, or what I gather, is that the long-term consequences are still not fully realized because we're sort of the guinea pig generation. So it's hard to say for sure. But what I do know is that we have a lot of obesity and we have a lot of autism among very young kids, and it has to do with everything they're eating. So I don't want to be someone's guinea pig. I want to be healthy. I want everyone else to be healthy. So is that too much to ask?
Please join us on October 12th worldwide for the March Against Monsanto. For more information, you can log on to www.marchagainstmonsanto.com.